The morning drive with options. Rats in a rat race on a treadmill in a cage. The rat behind passes by at 85, coffee cup and phone in hand, headed to his maze. Passing a river, an arm swishes through the mist. A dry fly lands and begins to drift. Ode to the Tea Party. I think finally I understand. Self-righteousness is a cloak you wear, concealing your inhumanity toward your fellow man. Otherwise you're mad, like the woman yesterday on the bus pulling out her hair as she discussed the status of life with herself and all the rest of us. Peace be with you. Peace does not come from religions, movements, or political decisions. Peace is not a group activity. Peace is not the result of law and order or legislation. If peace is not within you, there will never be peace outside of you. Sit down with me. Night has come. The moon is milky and full. Sit down beside me by the riverside and share some wine and listen to the tide. Faces. Memories of the Bush-Cheney wars. Faces taut with fear, voices screaming, eyes with tears. In the streets of Baghdad their cries keep time with the strike of demons from the sky. Another face with a deadpan smirk and careless shrug declares, they're better off than yesterday. Faces on the streets in Baghdad are multiplied and nullified by repetition in the daily tally as faces on the TV sneer. All is going well. Flesh needs flesh. Flesh needs flesh. Needs the pressing of skin against skin. Needs the touch of hands traversing the contours of the body. Needs the musky scent of desire in the nostrils and the warmth of breath in the air. All which tend to serve the notion that flesh needs flesh. The teacher. Make friends with death. Take his hand. Invite him to walk with you. Listen to what he has to say. He's wise. When you've talked, say goodbye and go your way. You'll meet again someday. Rain. It's a day so rainy and the clouds so low, the sky is like a blackboard above my head. If I had some chalk, I could reach up and write my name. Summer nights. The summer night, warm and humid, surrounds me like a soft blanket. It's so quiet, I imagine I hear the corn growing as fireflies twinkle over the lawn and the perseids streak across the sky. Interludes in a waterfall. Silence falls together with thunder to the bottom of the falls, separating into pools between the rapids, where you can almost hear the trout whisper, "It's all right, he doesn't have a pole." Working class blues. At last I can sit down and not have to get up again. My back is aching. My mind is whirling, numb, begging for a beer. I've been on my feet for 10 hours, doing things I haven't wanted to do. And tomorrow, I'm going to do them again. In the Temple of the Deer. Shivering in a tree stand under the full moon of a February night, in the orchard where apples had grown when the grass was green and lush, the 7 deer below me forage quietly, chipping the apples from the crusted snow with their sharp hooves. I covet their quietness, their internal quietness that knows nothing of questions, leaving them with no need for answers. In my imagination I descend and walk among them, as one would walk between the pillars of a temple. Last day of the year blues. Yesterday's coffee warmed up. Week-old bread and month-old butter on toast. A meager fare at sunrise, eaten in the company of old memories that sit across the table grinning at me. Outside, the unknown stands at the window, waiting. A man and a dog. At 4 a.m. the dog and I are out under the full moon of a clear, crisp, late October sky. The milky illumination bathes the stubble of corn stalks that radiate a pale yellow light, almost as bright as day. The dog runs nose to the ground, zigzagging after the scent of something that is also out under the moonlight. the gentle side of Coltrane. A few moments set aside before the day is underway. Soothing rivulets of tenor and ivory at daybreak make a quiet ripple in my meditation over toast and coffee.